Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another movie with you. After so long, that's not what I was expecting. After so long, now it's about time. Anyways, Inside Out 2. Now, Pixar has been really doing their best with their movies lately, and Pixar could be like the best ones. Now, my thing is that like one of the movies wasn't really good, like Lio. I understand why it was a box office fail, but keep in mind that Pixar's been getting back on his feet after turning Wed and Luca. So it pretty makes sense that Pixar has their different ways. So keep that in mind. They have their different ways. If you know what I'm talking about, it has their different ways. Even far by that, it's their different ways. Even thought, Pixar has been getting back on his feet ever since. Now, since the previous Pixar movies, now let's talk about the first Inside Out. When it comes to the first Inside Out, I absolutely enjoyed it. The first up is that the first time that I have watched Inside Out was back when I was in elementary school. Now, this is how I watched Inside Out for the first time. I haven't seen it in theater, sadly, but I have saw it around my school when I was in elementary school. I was doing elementary school since third grade. I think it was since third grade, something like that, when this came out. However, keep in mind, it just really awesome. The first movie have their awesome heartwarming moments, some funny, great, awesome animation, and also great characters as an example. Now, since we're now made to Inside Out 2, I was like really excited for it. And not only because they finally coming back after since the past, since 2015, they are finally getting back for a new sequel for Alcorn, thanks to the box office. Speaking of the box office, yeah, the box office is all over the place. It's going bigger and bigger and bigger as imagined. It's going bigger and bigger. Yeah, it's blowing the box office up. I hope it's not really like a box office fail, but it's a little bit something that the box office been going completely surprising proof. So keep that in mind that the box office is blowing this movie up. So yeah, now let's talk about Inside Out 2. Now, I don't want to contain spoilers and everything, so I would keep it a spoiler free. But keep this in mind, there was also a post-credit scene, so look forward for, like, I am going to spoil you all about that. If you don't know, there was a post-credit scene after the end credits. So look, just want to keep you on mind so don't get a lot of spoil for it, because you have to see it for yourself. Anyway, so, now, as you don't know, Lolly, however, become a teenager. Like, she is now like 13 years old. Yeah, I cannot believe I'm gonna keep saying my first name. Believe it. Even for my first name is Lolly. Anyway, so, speaking of which, yes, I understand that Lolly is going to be growing up so fast, and now she is now in high school. I am not really surprised as you all. Like, I don't know what to say about it, and especially, like, I mean, she's growing up so fast, that's all I can say. But even since that, now keep this in mind, I do really enjoy the story. Even though the story has been growing his feet thanks to Pixar's formula about Lottie becoming a teenager, and especially there's a lot of things going on with her. I can't spoil you all about it, but see it by yourself. And judging with the about what's going on with Lolly right now, I can't spoil you all about it. You have to see it by yourself. All it is about the four new emotions that we're going to talk about later. Well, about the next few minutes. However, I do really enjoy the how the story been growing up at its feet thanks to Pixar's formula. Pixar has a lot with their crazy awesome stories like they do for Toy Story, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, Up. You get the rest. However, Even though Inside Out's been getting his feet up, keep that in mind that it was only the fun of the story. It's really great. I really enjoyed it. In fact, they really have their crazy moments of the story, yes. And also, now Lolly has been having having the having little issues right now about the emotions. So that pretty makes sense about it. But keep it in mind, I do really enjoy for what they've been doing in this movie. Like I said before, I can't spoil you all too much about it. Have to see it for yourselves. Now let's talk about the animation. Now, the animation is like the same from the first movie, and I really like the colorful animation in this movie. Yes, this is like the same animation for the first movie, even though it's the same style. But keep in mind that it's still the same style from the previous last movie. Like, that's really, really surprising, as you imagine. But hey, the first movie is really up to his feet. Really great job with the same animation. The animations is really like the same from last time. Even though Pixar may have their secret formula for it, and you do realize, like back from Toy Story, their animations are a little bit different. But however, I do enjoy the colorful animation. Also, I do really enjoy the part of it, and yeah. Overall, I love the animation. Still awesome, as always awesome. Now, let's now talk about the characters. But before we get to the characters, I have a little problem with it. No, not not the movie in general. No, I'm talking about like the voice acting. Not like any surprising. There's like three actors got replaced, and that is the Gus, Phil, and Lolly's voice actors. Now let's talk about like the Gus and Phil's voice actors. I did not expect that Minnie and Bill Hale did not come back for their roles, that is not really surprising to be honest. And I pretty know why. It's because they're Disney company problems and maybe with that stupid Thelma series that nobody asked for. And as for Bill Hale, I don't know why they did not bring him back for this movie. But I do enjoy that Tom did a good performance as Phil. I give you that. Now, I got to discuss this ones. I think she did a good job, but she sounds a little bit like Cole, so that pretty makes sense to finest. But yeah, but Lolly's voice actor got replaced. Now, I don't know why, to be honest, but I don't have any updates why. When I look on Google, I have saw that Lolly's voice actor, the original voice actor from the first movie, got replaced. So I think that pretty makes a little bit sense because Lolly's now a teenager. So they might have to add another actor in this. Now I don't know what's her name. I don't know what's her name again. But just keep in mind that it's just a different voice actor. However, it's just a different voice actor. So it pretty makes sense that like discussing Phil's voice actors, the original ones got issues in that. But for Lolly's voice actor got recast. So I guess that's why. But everyone else, like Joy's, Sadness, and Angler's voice actor came back for their roles. But just keep in mind, I will just want to keep that in mind just for this update. Now, let's talk about the characters now. Now, the characters, same as General. It's just, I can't spoil you much about it, but I would say almost all the characters. Now, also, by the way, guys, if you guys remember Big Bone, by the way, like Big Bone, remember for the first movie, just keep in mind he is not in the sequel. If you remember the first movie, Bing Bong got faded away. So everybody's be like, why is Bing Bong not back in the sequel? Why is he not back in the sequel? Did Big Bong die and everything? Look, if you have saw the first movie, even for the first movie, a Bing Bong got faded away. And to be honest, I still feel bad about that because from the first movie, it's really sad that we don't get to see Bing Bong anymore. Even for its lies imaginary friend, but just keep in mind that to the people who would be saying that why Bing Bong's not in the sequel, If you remember the first movie, you know what I mean by that. Anyways, now let's talk about the characters now, this time. Now, when it comes to Joy, she is now like the leader, of course. But just keep in mind, if you saw her angry temple in that scene, I think almost a lot of y'all already noticed now if you saw the clip on YouTube. Boy, she really got really mad. I don't blame Emmy's performance like that. I'm just saying like that that one scene of Joy being angry, that was just not expected. Anyways, however, Joy is like the happies as always, and she was trying to save Lolly. Now I can't spoil you all about it, but just keep in mind it's the way that this movie goes. That's how it goes. Now for Sadness, remember that Joy and Sadness helped together from the first movie? Now this time, Sadness is still the same as always. But just keep in mind that she's doing the help by herself. I can't spoil you guys, but keep in mind you have to work it for yourselves. But anyways, she's always no more as always. Now for Angle, Disgust, and Feel, they're like helping Joy in this movie, which means that is pretty awesome. Yes, they still have their personalities, but just keep in mind keep in mind that Angle, Disgust, and Feel are helping Joy for adventure, while Sadness is doing the help by herself to save Lolly. So keep in mind that's really awesome to see. Even though it's kind of fun. Now, as for the new characters, we got Excited. You may know her forest actor from Stranger Things. I forgot her name, by the way. But yeah, she was the one who played Excited. Now, Excited is like the main villain. Now, not really a villain in general. She was a little bit kind of villain in the movie because she wants to make Lolly's life better. Now, I'm pretty much sure that if you saw the movie, you know. I can't spoil you all about the ending in that, so I can't spoil you all about it. You have to see it for yourselves if you see a movie theater or what. But however, keep in mind, you do realize Excited is like the little bit the main villain in this movie. Now, I know she's not really like a main villain. Like, she's not like the bad girl and everything. All she would do was to help save Lolly and everything with her life. So that pretty makes sense. But overall, Excited did a really good job and as a little bit like a villain. But even far by that, keep in mind, okay? Keep in mind that she's not a bad person, not a bad emotion. All she wants to do that she wants to save her life. That's it. But overall, she did a great job. I do like her performance from that actor. However, hopefully Excited learn her lesson, by the way. So that pretty makes sense. Now the next character is Eva. Now I think Eva is that little tiny girl that she's like really happy of. Well, I think she goes a little bit crazy nowadays. So her performance is really good. I ain't gonna lie, her performance is really good. But like, she gets a little bit really happy and get a little bit crazy now at times. So that pretty makes sense. But overall, just great as always. Now, the next character we have to talk about is Embarrassment. Now, I know he doesn't really talk much in this movie. I can't spoil you all by that evil. But keep in mind that he's like that shy kind of personality like Fluttershy. But keep it like a little bit different in the Embarrassment moments. And Embarrassment's a really cool guy. I just wanted to let you know that he's a really good guy. So he's not like that bad person or anything. I know he's really shy. But I can't spoil you about it. Just keep in mind that he helps. Just to let you know, it's a secret. He helps someone. So keep in mind, I can't spoil you all about it. But you know what I mean. Now, the last character is Avi. Now, she's like that farm person, dude. Even for social media nowadays, people's on their phones every day like me. However, people can be like her like that, and I don't mind. But yeah, you know how she is. Overall, as for the rest of the Forest actors, like that Narsha, that old grandma girl, she don't get to appear that much, only except like a few scenes, like two, I guess. And Lolly's newest friends, however, they're fine. I think Lolly's high school hockey friends, as example, are fine. Even thought that I really don't know what happened to Meg in that. So, who knows? It just that. Overall, it's Lottie friends. I understand that we don't get to see them that much. Olex, I think we get to see them a little bit much. Now, I don't know who forced these goals, but they did a good job. However, I do really recognize that Lies News Force actor did a good job replacing the actor. Now, I do realize that I kind of understand why Lies Force actor didn't come back. Got replaced, I get that. But hey, I do really enjoy it. Now, let's talk about the rest of the, my recommendation. I would say this, even though Pixar may have their little problems nowadays, I do realize that Inside 2 is like the best sequel no matter what. And I absolutely enjoyed it. Besides Toy Story and the Incredible sequels that I really enjoy as well, Inside Out 2 is one of them as well. Now, Inside Out 2 is really awesome and a little bit heartwarming to see what's been going on. However, even though I still enjoy the first movie, but the second movie sequel was really awesome to look at. Now, my recommendation is you gotta check this movie out. I know some of you always saw this in theaters because the box office always got blow up and everything. But keep in mind, if you haven't seen this movie yet, you guys gotta watch this out. Now, keep in mind, Pixar is having another new movie coming out and another sequel, because you know it's Toy Story 5 that nobody did ask for. But we get there when we get there in the next few years. So yeah, if you guys enjoy my review, guys, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and notification bell. You do enjoy a little bit more of my reviews. See them the next time. So, however, Inside Out 2 is a really awesome sequel, and it's probably the really best movie so far for 2024. Besides the Garfield movie, Kung Fu Panda 4, and yeah, you get the rest. I will be talking about the Garfield movie in my next live stream, so look forward for that today. Now, for Kung Fu Panda 4, I need to get to that one. I don't know when, because I have a bit of an issue with that movie, so I will get to that when we get there. So anyway, guys, Inside Out 2 is like the best sequel besides Toy Story and Incredibles. So, yes, you gotta check this movie out. It's like the best one no matter what. It's really enjoyable. It's really awesome. You gotta check this one out. If you haven't seen the first Inside Out movie, watch that one first before you see the sequel. Now, I know some of you all may like, if you guys don't like Inside Out 2, I guess give it a try. If not, just it's your recommendation and everything, so I pretty understand why. But overall, Inside Out 2 is like the best one so far. And to be honest, guys, I'm giving Inside Out 2 a 10 out of 10 movie. I love it, enjoyed it, and I definitely enjoy checking this out. Besides like that, Pixar is now back at his feet again. But keep in mind that Inside Out 2 is like the box office blow right now. So keep in mind, it's really a joy to look at, so yeah. But if there will ever be an Inside Out 3, who knows? We have to find out and see in the future. But anyway, guys, make sure to subscribe to my channel down below. Thank you so much for watching my review, guys. If you enjoyed my review, y'all, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and notification bell. Our next movie review will be the Garfield movie. 30K subscribers. Woo!